many scoring options for your 2-on-1 as possible. Now, fortunately for you, most of the kids you wrestle are going to be morons, and they're going to bring their hands. If the kid brings his hand to the neck, we want to do two things at the same time. One, we want to take his elbow. Two, we want to turn our toes. At the same time, we want to take his elbow, turn our toes, and then we're going to come across and take the wrist. Our 2-on-1 position is finger deep, elbow high. Finger deep, elbow high. I want to get your elbow tucked in on the 2-on-1. If the guy comes inside tie, it's the exact same thing. Elbow control, turn your toes, and come across. Finger deep, elbow high. If you're wrestling the kid who knows how to wrestle, and he's not bringing his hands, you have to win the wrist. We go overhand grip on the wrist, thumb to thumb, turn your toes, same grip. Now, it's not going to be that easy, because I'm going to win his wrist, and he's going to try and win my wrist. A lot of people panic when the guy wins his wrist. He can have the best grip in the world, it doesn't matter. I want you guys to watch this. When I come thumb to thumb, and I turn my toes, look at this angle right here. See where his fingers are? See his space in between his thumb and his fingers? That's a hole. If I take wrist control and he takes wrist control on me, if I turn my toes, it's easy for me to bring my hand through that hole and come up here and get my 2-on-1. A lot of guys get intimidated because they get wrist control and the other guy gets wrist control on them. Now right from here, I'm probably going to get away from him, but I'm too far away. He's going to circle his face. I'll never get my 2-on-1. So I go thumb to thumb. I turn my toes first. And now when I power through the hole, I can come and get my 2-on-1. Right? So what we're going to work on right now is you guys earning a 2-on-1. Every once in a while, I want this guy to sneak in a leg shot just to make sure you're not getting lazy. Because every time you go for a 2-on-1, you have to be wary that that guy's going to shoot in on you. If you want to score for your 2-on-1, you have to score for your 2-on-1. You're going to have to freeze the guy a little bit. You're going to have to come to this wrist first. As he comes across, now I can get my overhand grip on the wrist that I want. I can start to turn my toes. But again, watch right here. If he's holding on to my wrist, I can blow right through that hole. I can go right through that hole, and then I can come to the grip that I like. Okay? There's nothing he can do to stop you from getting a 2-on-1 if you want to get a 2-on-1. The only thing he can really do to stop you from getting a 2-on-1 is bring his hands back. If I try to bring his wrist and he brings his hands back, and I see that he's bringing his hands back, I'm just going to follow his hand, and I can attack. It's that simple. Don't make wrestling more complicated than it has to be.